Did that work?
We've started now. We should probably be
we should
introducing
probably
ourselves.
talk?
This is real. This is happening. We're doing this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome to Super Hopped Up, your favorite internet YouTube channel, brand, personality. I'm Chris Norris Jones.
My name is Mike Parker.
That is Michael Parker, and we're going to be playing Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
So, full disclosure here, we due to something that may have been not the fault of our own. Maybe we didn't send enough thoughts and prayers. Maybe we didn't sacrifice the right kind of motherboard. But the tech gods have smited us.
I'm willing to take the blame because a good soldier always takes the blame. But I don't know what the fuck happened. You think Audacity is gonna work 100% of the time, and then once in a while it just decides to output everything to make it sound like you're a bunch of squirrels for no reason. So that was really a really bad time that I found out.
So we lost the audio on the
original live recording of this.
Yeah,
so
but we kept the gameplay. So basically we're going to be looking, the first couple hours of this live stream is going to be, or not live stream, the first couple hours of this Let's Play is going to be us sort of retrospectively looking over the gameplay. So it was myself playing while Norris was sort of watching in horror as I disemboweled this game that he loves so much.
As you muddled your way through blindly. So right now we're watching Mike make his character name. SMG for the well-known submachine gun. It's a smart idea.
Oh yeah, So it turns out that
and this is when you forgot how to use controllers.
Yeah, so deleting letters is as you can see here, impossible. So I just kind of had to decide that.
Oh yeah, okay.
The letter.
You did something dumb. I'm trying to remember what it was you did.
Oh yeah, no, there we go. Did it? This'll work. I promise you this'll work.
Okay, so we start Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I don't think we've actually said the name. This is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. It's a very iconic Super Nintendo game. Despite the fact that I have played almost every Zelda game that's ever come out, I've never actually played this game. So this is like a brand new thing for me, and apparently I'm like the only person who's played video games who hasn't played this game before.
Did you not have a Super Nintendo?
I never did. I skipped Super Nintendo. Well, not intentionally.
I guess that makes sense, but like then again, I do remember that time, like you were of the generation that I was, where everyone had ZSNES on their PC.
Yeah, so I guess...
You made a conscious decision not to play this game at some point in time.
I just used it for JRPGs, really. Like, when I got the ZSNES, I played a lot of Chrono Trigger, played a lot of Final Fantasy IV, a lot of Final Fantasy VI.
No Final Fantasy V? That's a good one.
No,
plays a guy named Butts.
It's an okay name, I guess.
Pretty good. It's got a Z in it. All right. So this is Mike found the lamp. I'm very proud of you for this.
Yeah. So it's really nice that these old Zelda games, I remember a lot about them being that you can just throw an item permanently onto that. Not permanently, but you got your sword and you got your item. You don't have to be bogged down with a lot of controls. It's really nice.
Like Skyrim, man. It's like left hand lamp, right hand sword. You're ready to go. Yeah. So you've played other top-down Zeldies, right?
Oh yeah, no, I played like almost all the Zeldies. I actually, the first Zelda I played was the original, like the Legend of Zelda for the NES,
Zelda,
which I had, and
9 dungeons. Come and get them.
Holy crap! Was I not able to ever beat it?
So this is the map. Mike has figured out the map, kind of.
Yeah, the map is, I mean, it's not as intuitive as I would like it to be, but I think we can work with it.
I really appreciate the start of this game. Just this kind of this weird sense of like the music gives this kind of manic feeling. You're kind of figuring out all the controls. There's this rain going on, which gives sort of a sense of like desperation and oppression.
And
it's like you almost feel like you got to be going fast and doing something, but you don't know what.
Not a lot of older games. All right, Castle's still there. Yep. Not a lot of older games kind of start with the same sense of desperation that this game does. They're usually kind of start in like an idyllic setting. Like I'm thinking about Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy games where everything's good, but you can tell as soon as you start this game, something ain't good.
Yeah,
nothing good.
Your uncle's like, I gotta go. I have my sword. Some shit's going real rotten. I'm gonna go deal with this. You stay in bed. And like any petulant child, you don't. Are you like? What is the age of Link in this game? Do you think?
I don't know. Has it always been firmly established that he is a child?
Well, I mean, like, No, like in most Zelda games, I've always thought of Link as something of like a teenager, like
I guess.
like 17 and up, maybe.
Seems fair enough that I mean, he lives on his own, right?
Yeah, well, no, he lives with his uncle, but there's only one
okay.
bed, so I mean, like, there's a lot going on in that equation. Now that I think about it,
But it's not. I love how.
to be fair, in your defense here, it's not that you didn't know that there was probably something on with that. You just didn't know you could pick up bushes.
Oh yeah, no, picking up bushes is a skill. I think because what happens is.
Yep, you're having some fun with the controls.
Oh, there we go.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
All right.
Now we're in business. Oh yeah, that sound.
That sound
Yeah.
is
All
my
right. Now
drug.
let's just. Oh, nope. Never mind. All right. Okay. So. Oh no, it's Unk. Oh yeah, that's right.
I hate this.
So-
I hate that name so much.
Oh man, Wheezz. Wheezz is so good. You're gonna love it. It's gonna keep going. You're gonna love it so much. We're never gonna get rid of it.
I guess it's gonna grow on me. Okay.
Wheezz is a good name.
You should probably go check that pyre over there, huh? Probably go murder those dudes. So it's never really established whether or not these are just like
Dudes
humans doing their job.
Yeah, and like, damn, if they are, then you're kind of the bad guy. Like,
Yeah, you very quickly gone from some sort of intrepid explorer / hero to just a murderer within like the fourth screen.
It's all fun and games until you take a man's life who is just doing his job. He's on the clock, right?
Yeah, he's just trying to get paid. He's got a family. He lives in Kakariko Village with a narc wife, and he's just trying to have a fun time. That narc wife comment will make more sense later on. Don't worry.
All right. Oh yeah, here we go. The Zelda staple. Gonna get that sword spin.
I don't think the sword spin really works in the 3D games. Like, it totally works in this game because there's like, okay, these are the tiles. These are the tiles that are gonna hit from this thing.
Yeah. Well, the sword spin in Majora's Mask in
3D in Z targeting Zelda.
Yeah. It's a little. I mean, it definitely helps you cut grass faster, like was the original intent of it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's not really, doesn't quite have the oomph behind it that it does in these games. Oh no, okay, so this guy.
Okay. Yeah, like this guy.
Crap.
This guy's starting it.
He's trained. Oh boy, he's doing a number on me. Damn.
Like these guys with the daggers, like they're conscripts. They're like farmers' sons who don't know how to fight and really
Not
don't
only
want
that,
to.
he doesn't really know how to think. Like he's just following a pattern despite how I'm hitting him. Right?
Yeah, but the green dudes, what with the sword and shields, like they're stone cold fucking murderers. They want your head. So I feel like that's not murder. Yeah, like
that's not murder. That's self-defense at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the dagger dudes, it's stone cold murder.
Absolutely, 100%. Those guys were probably custodial down in the basement.
Yeah, they just outfit him with Royal Guard armor just to kind of help him fit in and not stand out as much.
It's the uniform, You're working for the king. You got to show a kingly presence. If you thought it was going to be frustrating, if you thought, like, I was frustrated watching you play when you didn't know what was going on, now I'm excited that you might be frustrated watching yourself play.
Now I get to watch myself play.
Yeah. Now it'll be both of us yelling, go down the hallway, go down the hallway.
Swing faster, Link, swing faster. Oh yeah, you just got to find the sweet spot, I think, is the key.
Just, you hit them from the side that doesn't have the sword out. You hit them on their shield side, which is kind of counterintuitive now that I think about it.
You forget... Not as easy when you haven't played it 100 times before. Not everybody knows.
As a preternatural video game prodigy, I don't know what you're talking about. All games come easy to me.
Well, they're not here. did
All right,
did it. Did we win?
Solve the case of the missing king.
Okay, I guess I get to go home now and sleep. I mean, the rain is really nice for sleeping.
I love sleeping in the rain. Sleeping in the rain's pretty good. Okay. So
we got 2 tiers here. Okay. So this is a thing that's pretty common in all Zelda games. I guess Zelda has never given up on that type of map structure. Like
no,
even
that's
Breath
a
of the
classic.
Wild. Sorry?
That's a classic.
Yeah, even Breath of the Wild still had that.
It kind of got away from it.
A little bit, I guess.
The only time it ever really happened was in like the one of the 4 dungeons. And
That's true.
And I stand those 4 dungeons in Breath of the Wild
Very lackluster.
were the worst part of that game.
I don't know if they were the worst, but they were not. They didn't have the.
Go downstairs, Link.
But there's another. What if there's like money behind that other door? Oh yeah.
Murder that man. Link.
I started that time. Okay.
Get that map, Link.
And now we got the map. Now we're ready to explore.
In case you were all wondering, I am currently taking a nice long sip from an ice cold Pepsi, the sponsored drink of Super Hopped Up. That's not true. They'll probably come after us if I say that, and it's not true.
Our actions do not reflect the views of Pepsi and any of their affiliates. I mean, if we say any of their affiliates, Pepsi owns a lot.
The Yum brand, yeah. Taco Bell, Lay's potato chips.
Yeah.
I could fuck with the Taco Bell right now. I wish there were more Taco Bells around us in Vancouver.
Yeah, there's a weird thing. I think Vancouver has a thing with Taco Bell. I remember hearing this a long time ago.
It's got a fatwa against Taco Bell.
So there are no actual Taco Bells in Vancouver proper. There are Taco Bells in the greater Vancouver area. And I heard something about, like, there's, like, a bylaw that says they can't. I've never looked into this myself. But apparently at some point somebody decided that
Someone signed the Fuck Taco Bell initiative in the late 70s.
Yeah, and, like, we have everything else. We've got Wendy's, A&W. We don't even have Carl's Jr.
There are Taco Times around, and you know what? Fuck Taco Time.
Yeah,
Taco Time is the fucking dollar store equivalent of Taco Bell.
Yeah, like, if you've ever accidentally gone to Taco Time, like, and you just, like, mix them up in your head, and then you go to Taco Time expecting it to be Taco Bell, there's not a lot of disappointment that racks up compared to that.
There are no Doritos Los Tacos, but you'll still get diarrhea. Yeah.
It's just a watered down Taco Bell. Okay.
You don't have a key, Mike. You can't go that way.
I'm a little lost now.
You're in a dungeon. You're going through the dungeon. You're trying to find Zelda.
It's a castle, not a dungeon.
It's a dungeon of a castle.
So is this the first dungeon, or wait?
This is like a tutorial dungeon. This is the one that kind of like gets your legs figured out.
But does it count as one of the? Okay, I got a boomerang, by the way. And so what I remember about boomerangs in Zelda games,
they fucking rock.
They rule, and they often don't actually do damage. They just stun. Okay, so look, I'm seeing something called pendants up there.
Yeah. You should know what those are. Like speaking the truth as someone who like played a fair bit of like 2.5 hours of this before we had to watch the video of you playing 2.5 hours of it. You should know what the fucking pendants are.
I'll remember. It'll come up. It'll come back, I'm sure. But I know that Zelda games typically, at least in the past, had 8 dungeons.
It's a good number. I'm not going to confirm nor deny that because you actually don't know that. So,
well, most of them did. Whoa, I just kind of clipped out there. Weird.
I'm wondering if some of that's going to be like video artifacting or not. Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it's still no. Here, I'm gonna have to pick these up. It's still like very. It's not that distracting. Oh, we got a boss here.
Look at this fucking dude. Not really a boss. There's no change in music, but it's still.
Yeah, but he's tougher than the. He looks like he's got more up his sleeve than a regular.
He's not shook by that boomerang either.
No, a little bit. Oh yeah. All right, so I gotta give him the stun and then go for the chop. Give him the stun, go for the chop. Stun, yeah. I'll use it so bad. The big key.
Yeah, they weren't using like master key or whatever. All right, you save Zelda. That's the game.
Yeah, okay, good.
Because of this fucking name, everyone's got asthma in this world now.
Now we can go home and wheeze.
You really need to find my inhaler. This is very important, Link.
The wizard. Oh yeah, so it's not Ganon.
It's Aghanim.
Agamemnon, or
nope, that's a different.
That's a real person, wasn't he? No.
Maybe, I don't know. He was from the Odyssey, so probably not. I don't know.
So it's not Agamemnon. It's Agarim.
Aghanim. Aghanim. I have never known how to say that name from childhood to really now.
Should we pull up the old Hyrule Historia?
All right, can you vamp on your own for like 45 seconds?
We'll do it in the break.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no breaks. I'm just gonna have us like ramp through this for the record.
But we'll IRL there's breaks.
Oh, no, I'm just gonna have us sit here and just go through all of this beginning to end.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, you want to vamp for 30 seconds while I go and get the Hyrule Historia?
Man.
All right, do it. Be entertaining. That's important.
Oh, you're asking a lot. Hi guys, this is Mike. I'm here to talk to you about lots of video games, like video game related hobbies. Zelda's one of my favorite games. No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, it looks like we've already got the princess, so...
Did I leave for like 30 seconds and you were already talking about Gamergate? Did I hear that?
No, I said video games and video game related things. I didn't say
I thought you said Gamergate. That's what my mind's at.
I'm not okay. If we say it one more time, we invoke the treaty, so we can't do it.
You say it 3 times, and PewDiePie appears and says the N-word.
Yeah.
Gamergate.
Don't know you've done it now. Ethics in video game journalism. Oh man, I'm clipping out a lot here. Weird. I never noticed that. I guess it's just
that might be a video artifacting thing.
Okay. Do you think it has something to do with the Super Nintendo
Classic?
Maybe.
One of the things I will say about the Classic is it's done a really good job of like basic, pretty much native emulation. Like things look and sound very similar. Sometimes in like these like all-in-one kind of game things that you get from other places, like the sound seems a little bit off or the video's a little bit fucked up.
Yeah, they did.
Nintendo does their shit generally pretty right.
Cool. Yeah, I mean they don't do a lot. That's the thing. So you kind of have a lot of expectations of them.
I don't know. The SNES Classic was a cool little thing. I was unreasonably excited to get a hold of this thing. I bought 3, not because I was going to be a reseller, although I was considering it for a while. I'm not going to lie to you, but I did end up buying 3 over the course of when they came out. Rather stupidly, I think you still probably find them. Like I don't think they're like that weird artificial scarcity that the NES Classic had.
Yeah, I think that fervor died down a little bit, but it is cool. It is a cool thing. Are there
any games on the Classic that you like have not trucked with and would like to? Because I mean, like, I don't know if we're gonna only be doing SNES Classic games, you and I, but like, we could. Fuck.
I'm trying to think. There's definitely a couple. I gotta.
You finished Final Fantasy VI, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Contra I've never played, but I'm not gonna play on camera. We're not gonna stream Contra.
If we did like maybe like a one-day live stream of just like games to hurt ourselves with, maybe we could do something like that.
Fucking toe.
No,
I still can't beat that jetpack or the jet bike level. By the way,
no one can. Did friend of the pod did podcast member Matthew Evering ever tell you his political his political strategy if like ever became a leader of the world?
Yeah, you couldn't be able to vote unless you beat Battletoads because you had to prove that you wanted it. Which like. I'm kind of behind that idea. Like, obviously, you'd have like a 0.08% voter turnout at absolute most if that was actually the cutoff. But I think there should be some sort of way to prove that you really want it.
You gotta eat a live rat. That's what you gotta do. All right, I'm opening up the Hyrule Historia here.
All right, learn me a little bit about Aghanim.
I don't know if okay. There's a lot in this goddamn book. Did you know they're making a new one's coming out in a couple of months? Not like a Hyrule Historia, but like a more lore heavy book.
Okay.
Like Hyrule Legends or something like that.
There is a red cover book that already.
The red one's just like art. This one is sort of like stories and like the history of like the game development and things like that.
Okay.
And the blue one's just like details of the universe and like in-depth discussions about like where Link's bow came from and shit like that.
Is that the one that's
only
coming out? Or?
Crazy people like me will like. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy that fucking book.
That'll be a good one if we can wrangle it up, because I'm always kind of curious about like when I'm fighting this random ass boss in like the 4th dungeon of a game. Like who designed him? What was his story supposed to be? What were the thoughts going through the people's head as they put him in there? Was there anything?
Who Link? What Link? My favorite thing about the Hyrule story that I'm just realizing right now is because this came out just before Skyward Sword, it is sort of like a thing trying to pump up Skyward Sword. Like there's an entire large section developed to like the details and the art.
Yeah, a third of that book is Skyward Sword, and
like goddamn, what a misstep.
Well, it was weird because like you could tell at the time writing that book that they had attended Skyward Sword to sort of be their magnum opus.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've never played it. I heard it was okay.
Like worst Zelda game I've probably ever played.
Really?
But, like still.
Cool.
I mean, again, like this doesn't count like the joke games, like the stuff from like the Philips CDI or arguably Zelda 2 for the NES. But like, yeah, like the Zelda game I least enjoyed was Skyward Sword.
Wait, okay, so I remember we talked about this in the original audio, but we can bring it back.
So the Philips CDI.
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain this for me again and for our listeners, because this is bonkers.
Okay, I'm not gonna look this up, so I'm gonna probably get some of this wrong. I'm gonna go straight off the dome. But
that's
The Philips CDI was a CD-ROM style console that came out in the mid 90s, and at the time they made a deal with Nintendo for like licensed properties. I think the idea was generally because Nintendo was looking at like ideas for the N64 at the time, and they were considering like a CD-ROM style console as well. And they went to a couple of companies to see if they could like come into make a deal and like do the hardware. Like they originally actually talked about making a deal with Sony, and Sony was like partnered with Nintendo to do some stuff until Sony decided they wanted to do their own console.
In a parallel universe, man.
I think it was Nintendo that backed out of the deal with Sony.
That would have been
cool. I think
cool.
Sony came back and actually decided, well, fine, fuck you, we'll do our own console. But yeah, Philips CDI, they made a CD console, and they had some Nintendo character games, including a couple Marios and a couple Legend of Zelda games.
I gotta pull one of these.
Yeah, you gotta pull one of these levers. One of them is the no-no lever, and you pulled the no-no lever.
Okay, so like, is it different is it random?
No,
or
the left one is always the no-no lever.
Always?
Always, 100%. I know this from childhood. I'll start the game up after and get here in a few minutes and prove it to you.
All right.
The left lever is always the no-no lever. They didn't really believe in like randomly generated stuff back in the day.
But at least they could have like they probably changed it up a little bit.
Not the lever. The left lever's always the no-no lever. Now you're in the church. This music's actually pretty good.
Man's already out of breath. We just showed up.
It's been a long day. You're rectoring in the church. I guess like there is like a religion of sorts in Legend of Zelda, isn't there? Like they all just fucking love the Triforce, don't they?
There's Din, Neru, and Pharaoh, the three.
Pharaoh.
The three goddesses that.
Listen, there's the red, the green, and the blue one.
Yeah. One of them gives you a fire shield. One of them makes you teleport, and one of them gives you a big blue diamond shield. That's all you need to know, folks.
Yeah, they kind of got away from all that shit. I don't know. Philips CDI. Philips made a number of CD Zelda games. Get that treasure chest, Mike.
So we brought Zelda to safety already.
Yeah, you beat the game. The game's done. This is the end game.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, this is the epilogue.
Cool. The denouement. Third act was a little rough, but we got through it. It really kind of dragged towards the end with the rats. Sorry, I got nothing else.
Philips CDI.
The game's not over. There's no credits. 2
Legend of Zelda games were made for the Philips CDI. One was a game by the name of The Wands of Gamelon, and one by the name of Faces of Evil. They are both unremittent trash. Some of the worst video games made ever of all time ever. Like, because the Philips CDI console was so poorly built, like pretty much every screen required like a loading time, and just they did like weird MS Paint hand-drawn like cinematics for the characters. I think I showed you earlier. Like the best thing that's ever come out of those games is just like the YouTube series of memes. Of just people going "my boy" over and over again. That's pretty good.
So I think this is the point where we decided we were going to end the episode. In the future, are we just gonna hard skip those?
We'll figure something out. I can cut through that kind of stuff.
All right, cool.
But then again,
what?
Yeah, what?
How?
There are people hiding in bushes.
How?
They're fucking. It's guerrilla war, man. Anything's possible in these places.
Like, damn, you get your money's worth out of what's that? Oh, I found out what it was. it's a bomb.
But yeah, now you just have a bee forever.
Cool. Now there's insects.
Like you kept cutting those bushes despite the fact that like you really didn't need to not. Like you didn't learn your lesson.
There might be some.
You gotta go to the village.
Sweet money in there. But yeah, those Philips, like I had forgotten what those were until you mentioned them, and then I remember seeing me, and I thought it was just like a fan made thing, but those were actually at one point officially licensed Zelda products.
They're not official.
Oh,
like,
really?
That shit's not canon. Nowhere is the Wand of Gamelon going to show up in the Hyrule Historia.
But did who is it? Miyamoto or
Miyamoto had like nothing to do with it. I think Nintendo just said like, yeah, they can have our IPs to make their own games with.
Oh, okay.
Which is nuts. And I don't think Nintendo like ever did that again.
Maybe that was what made them not.
Maybe because those games are trash. They're like unrepentant nightmares.
What about Mario's Missing? I feel like that wasn't. God, Are you serious?
Mario's Missing was made by Nintendo because it was for the Super Nintendo. It might have been like subcontracted to like another company, but like
because those characters did not have the same dimensions that.
Well, because those were kids games. Those were meant to be like educational games, like Mario's Lost in Time or Mario's Missing or whatever. Like those are supposed to be like Carmen Sandiego-esque puzzle games.
All right, let's see what this guy has. He looks like he has a slime from Dragon Warrior on his head, like not on his head, like as his head. All right, Payment Fortune. This is sweet music.
This music rules. This guy's pretty cool too. The Hyrule story is not actually very good for like picking up like details specifically about Link to the Past. Like this book really wanted you to play Skyward Sword. Of like the 140 pages, 70 are dedicated to Skyward Sword.
And it's too bad. Yeah, it gets ass deep into the lore of Skyward Sword. Okay. Kakariko Village. Village has been in every Zelda game since this one.
Yeah, it's the good stuff.
Oh, it's even got the same music. That's pretty sweet.
Does it? Like,
yeah.
Do video games have that same soundtrack?
So I think a lot of the music from Ocarina of Time is from this game. And I thought Ocarina of Time, because I never played this game, I thought Ocarina of Time had come up with
some of that baller ass music.
Yeah, but it turns out it's from this game?
Probably, possibly. Trains.
We'll cut that.
No, it's okay. Well, don't tell me what I'm going to cut and not cut. I'm going to be very lazy editing this. I'm not going to cut anything. You're wanted for treason or for princess theft.
Oh, yeah. So I kidnapped the princess. Oh, I guess I also killed all those guards.
Yeah, you did murder like a bunch of like custodians in the sewers. Yeah.
Hold on. Maybe there's some sort of plot thing happening here.
Not really. I mean, like, okay, that's a reference to something maybe in the future, but it's like very like inconsequential.
Somebody blind and hated the light a lot.
There's a thief by the name of Blind.
Oh, there's one of those cracks in the wall. I never noticed that before.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun having you notice all the things that you fucked up and missed.
Oh yeah, oh man, I had the blinders on pretty good. All right, so we got a puzzle. This is probably. Whew, I hate these spatial. Already fucked it up, didn't I?
Yeah, you already fucked up.
God damn it.
Definitely fucked it up.
Okay, I got 2. 2 out of 4 ain't bad, right?
Like how you push that one up because like maybe this will solve it. All right.
I got 2. Do you think?
I think you can go back.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, you told me before. Like, no, that's it. You don't get the 2.
Yeah, I was trying to fuck with you.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't know. I'm reading through the Hyrule story here, and there's some details about like the story in this game, but you're all gonna find that out anyways. Like, there's not much I can really tell you that's like not already known.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Did you ever like read through the ridiculous nightmare that is the Legend of Zelda timeline?
A little bit. It's like this game is, I think, continuing the story of Ocarina of Time, assuming that Ganon won. I'm hard question marking that.
I'm gonna. If nothing else, the story is good for like showing the timeline. So, it all starts with Skyward Sword because
it is the greatest game ever made, and they really want you to know that.
And this entire book is entirely meant to be a advertisement for the Skyward Sword. After Skyward Sword, there's Minish Cap, which actually kind of ruled. That was a good game.
Oh, I never played that one. I never played any of the handheld ones actually, except that's not true.
Really? Handheld ones are dope as hell.
Actually, I played Oracle of Seasons and Ages, two of my favorite of the franchise.
Yeah, those, like, unpopular opinion, those might be better than Link to the Past, I would argue.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're playing Link to the Past and we'll find out, but those are real good games.
Minish Cap rules. After that, Four Swords. I never really played any of the Four Swords things because those were multiplayer games, and...
Oh,
you got narked on.
You get narked on. This man doesn't look like a narc. He seems nice.
He's the town token. Yeah.
Bottles. Here we go. 100. Yeah, that's a steal. 100 for an empty bottle. I'd buy that for 100 rupees.